Nityanandam. Hi, this is Manitya Oviananda. I'm here today to speak to you, by the grace of Swamiji, about sannyas. There is one very important truth that he has given us recently, and it is called what I've coined as PPN. It's short for psychological, physiological, physical, and neurological. Don't let your PPNs get you down. See, we all go through psychological, physical, physiological, and neurological ups and downs in our life. So there's the ebbs and flows, and happy, sad, we name these things, good, bad, pain, pleasure, all those things we have, those ups and downs in our life. But if we understand, as one point I was saying, about how we are not the body, and as far as being brahmacharya and getting into that space of brahmacharya as a sannyasi, realizing that you are not the body, you're also not these psychological ups and downs. Those are the biggest plagues that hit many people. It's the things that the mind puts us through. Everything to do with your mind is basically something that you need to manage, to micromanage. See, where are these thoughts coming from? Because you'll often find that it is not real. You're just jumping from thought to thought. And you're allowing yourself to go into incompletions, into depression, into some emotional mood swing regarding something that happens, something the mind puts us through, or the body, if you're going through pain. You notice if you're having some pain in the body that everything else is kind of clouded. So even a beautiful sunny day can seem kind of not so bright. So all of these things put a certain veil upon reality and veil upon us connecting to the source. They're all actually blockages. If we can learn to go into those feelings and emotions, into those thoughts, and sort of pinpoint those and isolate them, we can kind of trace where they come from, where they're disturbing us, where they're beginning, so that we can pull them out by the root. And especially going into pain. If you're having some pain, just focus on that one area and that pain, and you'll actually see how you can move through it. Because if you can kind of determine that, you'll kind of see how you're actually separate from that pain. You start to get that awareness. I'm not saying the pain is less, but if you decide to look into it, you can see where that consciousness part starts to kind of waken up in you. You can realize that you're separate from that pain, actually. That pain is your body, and you're here someplace else, in this other place. So, and I mean, I've tried it, and it does work, of course. The more and more we practice it, the more that you can stay in that space. It is difficult. Sometimes I suffer migraine headaches, and I do understand how it is to be in that space. It kind of clouds up your whole situation, and it's very difficult to connect. So what are the things we can do? We can understand, where is it coming from? Where is the headache coming from? Often I'm finding it's some resistance to life that I'm feeling, and that's where the headaches are coming from. So what is that? How can I go through that, complete with it, and move on? It is some part of me holding on to something that I don't need, and so then it's reminding me, the physical body is reminding you of where you're disconnected from consciousness. So the headaches are trying to remind me, and it's apparently some big reminder I need to say yes to life, and where am I being resistant, and to try to move on. Not even try to move on. That's not the right word that I mean. To be powerful and move on. So recently I did have a bout of this migraine headaches. So the more I can kind of see and detach myself from that and understand that it is part of the body, but it is not me. And then how can you then move on if you're having the pain? See, that's part of being a sannyasi. You have to be sort of ferocious with yourself. Because oftentimes it's easy just to take some pills and just go to sleep for the entire day. That's normally what we would do. But now we still have responsibility, and I don't definitely want to lay around all day. So what can I do to get out of it? It's a challenge, because we're learning to be powerful beings and to move away from that powerlessness. So being ferocious with yourself, finding out where it is, that's what it is to be a sannyasi. Keep questioning everything that happens, and to come up with powerful cognitions about yourself. And that is like the biggest thing. A lot of people find it difficult, and sometimes you just have to make the decision to be strong and to do it. So it's not for everybody, but I'll tell you, it is rewarding. It is rewarding in the sense that starting to get the answers to life itself. Because before I met Swamiji, I used to think that I'd have to die and then maybe I'd find some answers about the universe. I never thought that I can get any answers before that. Because anything else I've read about religion or, science or any of these things, nothing really clicked with me. And nothing really seemed to explain anything. But when Swamiji talks about reincarnation and life and how we live and why things happen, it all just clicks somewhere from a deeper space. So I just wanted to share all that with you. I'll include some videos in the links where you can hear about Swamiji talk about completion. It's a very powerful technique, and there's a whole series on completion. If you can start to watch those, you'll understand how it can benefit your life and how you can move away from these things and not be controlled by it. See, we are not the body, but we're living in this body. So being part of that and part of life so that we can reach the higher places in this vessel that we're in and to have respect for that body and treat it well. That's what we need to do. Not to, dislike it or want to abuse it, because it is a gift that we're given. So you'll find out how you can deal with those things, how the incompletions cause disruptions in your physical body, and how you can move through those, and how you can heal the incompletions that cause the disease in your body. Only a few simple completion techniques, and you can be out of pain for good. It's pretty amazing. So no more pills. So start watching the completion series by Swamiji and understand how you also can benefit from this. Any questions, please feel free to fill out the comments. Thanks very much for watching again. Nityanandam.